going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
And we're back with everybody's favourite time of the month.
So, let's go.
So welcome back everyone, and to December's monthly, a little later than intended, but all jokes aside this time, if it wasn't for the wrap-up video, Game of the Year stuff, everyone's 2025 goals and things, we actually would have had it out on time.
Yes.
And then things have just been a bit busy, haven't they, through January, but we're finally here. We move, as always, the show must.
There's 72 weeks in January anyway, it doesn't matter,
Yes,
it's all good.
That's true. It's like, it feels that long since I was last paid. It's like, what is it, January the 71st now, isn't it, or something like that. But yeah, feels like forever ago I played some of the games that I want to talk about. But yeah, we'll fly through December. So, before we do get started then, thank you to my patrons and to our channel members as well. Really appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you so much. You love getting that in, don't you? It's the little...
You always cover me up, you never see me do it.
Just stretch it out so you know. I'm only messing. I do it a little bit before now. Or do I? You never watch them anyway, so...
I don't need to, a minute. No, I'm talking for the hour.
This is true. So let's get on with some stats then. So 729 trophy level. We're getting closer to 20k on trophies. So we're at 19,881.
What is it? What's the sad little life, Sharon? Is it Sharon?
I don't know.
Who is she? Come dine with me. What a sad little life.
Oh, is that... that's him at the end, isn't it? Where he comes in with the money, because I do know now.
Sorry.
To be fair though, this is over a long period of time. I know it's easy on the face of it to be like, Jesus, touch some grass, Jeffrey. But it's been over a long time, and I've touched plenty of things. So 516 on platinums. 516 on platinums. We've got 3,407 golds, 4,518 silver with 11,440 bronze. Games played 585 with completed games 493. So I was down to 90 and completed. This has slipped a little since I did my goals because I've started Stellar Blade and Power Rangers, which we'll talk about in January's monthly. But other than that, generally speaking, we're definitely on the right tracks for completions now.
It's still January.
No, completion rate, it's never been as high as 95.75, although I'd set the goal of 96%, which seems easy on the face of it. It does take a long time for it to move, but yeah, it's definitely going in the right direction. Unearned trophies again have probably been as low as they have been for a while, and I've still got some from Stellar Blade to get, some from Power Rangers. We've now made some progress on Gotham Knights. I still need to go back to Yakuza. So before really the big grind starts, there's going to be quite a lot that comes off of this. So the next aim is, I think this year, going to 800. I think I said I was going to try and achieve. We can do it. Trophies per day doesn't matter, that's slowly falling because of not playing the easy games now. We're on 5.33. We've got some views, world ranks and country ranks as well, which I'm always in the red now because I'm a grub can't even speak, a grub retiree. Yeah, I'm in retirement anyway when it comes to sweaty games. We're only playing good stuff now that we want to play. So if we scroll down to, I did quickly remind myself before starting the video where this was, Dead Island, because it feels like this was forever ago now, and it kind of was.
72 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a long time. We did touch on both Dead Island 2 and Horizon Zero Dawn in the previous monthly because I got the platinum during the month of November. But as you can see, 1st of December, I managed to clean up that New Game Plus with Barry and with James, which was a brilliant experience going back in. It's very straightforward. All you need to do is kill 10 Revenants. So there's in each of like the 10 areas, let's say, there's a really a higher mutated version of some of the zombies you've already fought. So there's one in each of the 10 areas. You've got to kill all of those. Yeah, in the 10 areas, 1, 2, 3. And also just doing the New Game Plus, so you don't have to do any side content, and you can just race through the story. It literally took us a couple of hours. It wasn't very long.
Is this where you got them lined up on the fence? And you were like, step, whatever it was.
shoot.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Yeah. So that was actually that was a trophy in one of the DLCs. Okay. It was kill like 5 zombies within 5 seconds or something, or in a quick amount. I can't remember, but it was with the crossbow, and within a certain, it just says do it quickly. Okay. Which we think it's like 5 seconds, but yeah, this was literally just do this main story. You can do side quests as well if you want, because the level cap goes from 30 to 40. So you can do side quests as well to get a little stronger if you're struggling, because there are a couple of the Revenants that are quite hard, but you don't need to really. Yeah. As long as you've got some good players with you, you can get it done. And then we finished off the Frozen Wilds DLC, which was... I
still need to do.
You do. It was really good going back in. Same with the main game. The remaster was a joy to go back into after 7 years. You know, it was really good.
Seeing that they were both 4 weeks and 1 day.
Oh wow. That's very interesting. I didn't notice that, but that's pretty cool. Consistent, if nothing else. The next one, F1 2019, which I have mentioned this on previous videos. So it does have 4 unobtainable trophies now. 3 in the main game, obviously, 1 being the platinum. So if you've never played this, unfortunately, you can't get it now. But I was lucky enough to be checking back through and realising that I actually had the things that you can't get anymore. So big thanks to Rushy, who jumped on with me to get, it's like a trophy for winning a race weekend league event thing. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but yeah, he just kind of sat there whilst we just went round and got the trophy. So I haven't stuck to committing some self-boosting, which is what I was going to do using the other account, and just leaving that idle while I race around in circles, because you've got to level up to
so it. You can obtain this
I can obtain this now, which is why I've decided to go back to it and keep my run of F1 Platinums. I thought I'd never get this, and it did annoy me having, you know, F1 Platinums for a few years and that one just sat there. But yeah, hopefully we'll get it done. I'll do a bit of self-boosting every now and again, like I did with Kung Fu Panda, like the absolute sweat I am. But I play it legit. I've done it with the most recent ones, but the online's completely dead. It's a ghost town, so don't really have a choice. Avatar was just more DLC. They released the second expansion, which was again more of the same, really, a little bit more involving the Ikran, so you're doing a lot more missions whilst in the skies, which I quite enjoyed. But yeah, I think it's a really, really solid game, and I will continue to defend Ubisoft. I know they're not perfect, but I had a lot of fun with it. I read a couple of days ago, actually, and it did bother me. Someone had put a post of this in this Facebook trophy group that I'm in, and they basically, apart from it looking beautiful, just absolutely shit all over it, and it wasn't deserved. I think it's a pretty solid game. Like I say, it's not going to be up there with, you know, your big hitters in terms of open worlds, your Witchers, your Red Deads, that sort of stuff, but it's not as bad as people say. I think it's enjoyable. Astrobot, which we did on unbelievable. We've talked enough about this with doing Game of the Year and my thoughts on how it should have came second and not first. But it was unbelievable. I also have me doing the full platinum run on the channel, so if you haven't seen it, I've got a 4-part across like 13 to 15 hours worth of content on the channel of me doing it from start to finish, which I really enjoyed doing whilst, you know, speaking to everybody. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, hopefully they'll drop some more DLC as we go by. Human Fall Flat, let's not talk about that.
106 trophies.
Yeah, more DLC. The only thing I will say about it is I had to play the level about 4 times. Do you remember me? You were sat on the other side, and I kept complaining that a trophy wasn't working.
Yeah, but that happens so many times. I don't know anymore.
So
all you do is complain over here.
This is not true, by the way. This is absolutely not true. So if I just scroll past the 8,000 DLC that we've got. So there's this new one here, Museum. This is it, okay. So for anyone who hasn't done it yet, I remember
you complaining about it.
I think I know what caused it in the end. maybe they fixed it, maybe it's still the same, but maybe use this tip. So I Spy, there's basically these 3 hidden eyes in the museum, and for the trophy to work, because you can't interact with them, there's no sound or noise. When some games you look at something, it might make like a little twinkle or a, and it kind of acknowledges that you've seen it or picked something up. It does nothing, so you just kind of got to hump the wall, like just to make sure you've seen it, touched it. I don't know.
Did you have to do the action
I
there?
did that as well while I was playing. So I did everything, and I stood there for 5 minutes sometimes just to make sure that the game had actually acknowledged that I'd done it. And yeah, like I say, 3 or 4 times the trophy didn't work. And what kind of came to mind is there was a section where I did restart checkpoint a couple of times because I got an item stuck, and I think my body got jammed somewhere, so I ended up restarting a checkpoint to sort of refresh the area, if you will. And it was only when I did a complete perfect run that the trophy worked. So if you are going to do this, just make sure that there's no restarting of any checkpoints or anything like that. You find to die and then the game just flops you back in, doesn't it? Drops you from the sky and you just fall into the map. That seems to be okay, but restarting checkpoints seemed to be where it was going wrong, I think. But yeah, it was a little bit annoying, but we got there in the end. You can see how the rarity of these are just getting lower and lower. Like, people are like,
can't be bothered
I've had
anymore.
enough of this shit now. Let's just leave it. I don't even want the 100% anymore. So yeah, that was quite annoying. Outlaws, again, these are games that we've spoken about when we've looked at Game of the Year, and I've given my opinions on this. I actually think it was amazing, and I know I'm a Star Wars fan, and there's maybe a little bit of bias there. I also played it after it was patched and apparently performing a lot better than when it released.
Who was it? Was it Wes that played it like at the beginning, and there was a box? Is it that game, or am I imagining that?
No, it's that game. Well,
yeah.
It was John Shaz. So there was a collectible.
I can't remember who it was. Yeah, I remember that there was a collectible that they couldn't get.
Yeah, each of the planets have got some containers basically you open in space, and one of them at release just wouldn't open, stopping people getting the platinum. But I thought it was excellent. It's just a shame that it got absolutely butchered, because this might seem like a hot take to some. I'll talk about the game fully next month, Stellar Blade. I think if it wasn't for the combat, I mean, Outlaws is a million mile ahead in terms of story.
If it wasn't for the combat.
If it wasn't for the costumes, I meant to say. I knew it was a word beginning with C. No, honestly, the combat's unbelievable, but I think in terms of story and worlds to explore and things you can do, the faction system, I think Outlaws is severely underrated. I think even if you're not a Star Wars person, because of the lack of lightsabers, it is just a smuggler,
like
an
Indiana Jones.
I think it's probably for more people because of that. But yeah, I loved it, and that's it. I nearly started getting excited and talking about the next one, but I realised then that was in January. So we've got a lot to talk about in January, including a game that felt like I was never going to speak about ever again. But yeah, so that was my December. It wasn't too bad, all in all. Quite enjoyed my gaming, even though we were very busy with family and friends and Christmas time. But yeah, it was really, really good, and look forward to finishing January strong and talking about everything else. So yeah, let's move over to Becky's list.
Well, here we are. This is going to be short and sweet. We've just had a little quick glance before we started so I could refresh my memory, and it took 2 seconds. So, level 313, nearly at 314 I see. 2,040 trophies altogether, 46 platinums, 295 gold, 439 silver, 1,260 bronze. 76 games played, which I kept getting told I wasn't allowed to start new games, and I keep starting new games. 44 completed, 72.8% completion. That's come down.
It will have done because of control,
yes.
But it's going to go back up, isn't it?
829 unearned trophies, 2.47 trophies a day. Little 909 views, look at me now. Nearly at 1,000.
Love it.
And then some ranks. Yeah. So I guess there's only 2 games to talk about today.
2 great games, though.
Yeah, they are really good games. So, Yes. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So, obviously, with the biggest Final Fantasy fan on the face of the earth, was getting very irritated with me that I hadn't finished the story. I've got no one to talk to about the story. You need to talk. I need to talk to someone about the story.
It still hasn't talked to me about it. Now you're finished.
You haven't asked me any questions about it. I've been waiting for you to ask me. You said you wanted to talk about it. You have yet to talk about it. Whose fault's that? So, cracking game though.
Yes.
I'm hooked. I'm ready for the next bit now. I want to know what happens, and obviously, so then we started looking on YouTube at what happened in the original story, because I'd never played the original. I watched my brother play it, but I was only, how old were you when you played it?
How old was I?
Yeah.
10.
I was 4. So I don't remember.
To be fair, it might have crossed over into me being 11 even as well, and 12, because when that, sorry to take over, when that game came out, I was rubbish. I had no understanding of an RPG. You know, you played platformers through the 90s at my age. Like, this was totally new, nothing I'd ever played before. Getting beat up off the guard scorpion at the beginning because I kept attacking while its tail was up. And it shoots you, it's laser. Don't do that.
But yeah, so I was only 4, 5, 6 years old when my brother had played it, because my brother's the same age as Jeffrey. So, because they're ancient. So I don't recall the original game at all. So we have looked, I mean, you could not tell me anywhere. It's just, you have to tell me all about the original story anyway. So then he's shown me about, I think I'm not even joking, about 50 different videos on it. And that's like, not me.
Watch it. Watch it all.
What's the word?
Strapped to a chair.
What's the word? I'm not exaggerating, that's the word I was looking for. I'm not exaggerating. I think I might have watched 50 different YouTube videos on the story. I'm really not exaggerating. I think there's been 50 over the time. So, but it was good to play. Oh, I was furious though. There is a battle. I'm not going to say exactly. I don't know how many people. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to do an Amy.
I want to tell everyone about all the twists and that. Just letting you know, this chapter, this moment, there's a twist.
Well, there's a fight that lasts a while. And mine broke, isn't it? So there's meant to be a bit of speech to start the fight in the next phase. And the speech never came.
Yeah, that's literally the you know, he's been defending it already. I literally played 209 hours and didn't have one mug, and I've not known others mention anything, but yeah, it froze when it was in transition between two segments of a battle, wasn't it? Which was weird.
And I'd been doing that battle for about 20 minutes.
It's a long one, yeah.
At that point, and there was another 20 odd minutes to go. So then I was raging. And
everything was still moving, wasn't it? There was still sound, the music, like the battle music was on, but you know, and the person still stood there moving, ready. But there's a piece of conversation that triggers everything, and weird. So
then I got in a right rage and refused to carry on. So you had to take over, didn't you, and get me back to the point of where I was. So I just won't do it anymore. Nah, not even gonna bother. Because it's such a good battle.
Yeah.
It's long, and you've got to concentrate. And I think that's what I felt so downhearted, because I'd worked really hard, and I was like, I've smashed it. I've barely took any damage. And I was like, I've been really good with my tactics. And it did that, and I was fuming.
Yeah.
But that was really, really good. And I obviously really enjoyed it. I didn't do any of the trophies of solo because I didn't go out and do any of the exploration. I just beelined, didn't I, for the
because we were at
story.
Point, you were on chapter 8 and you'd done everything up to that point, and obviously real life being in the way, you were finding it hard to commit the time to it. But then I was doing her head in saying, I just need you to do the story. So it was me encouraging you really to just do the main story, and you can go back and do the other stuff. A lot of it, like people have whinged about online, it's a lot of mini games, a lot of doing the same thing anyway, so you're not missing out on a whole lot of things. There's a couple of little bits that when you complete, you might get a scene or two that gives a bit more context to things, but it's nothing that's going to take you away from the main plot anyway.
But yeah, absolutely loved it. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm a bit devastated we've got to wait so long for the next part.
Well, apparently, I'd read something online, apparently the story's complete now, and they're very, very happy with how it's come together.
Okay.
Which is a good sign. I don't know where it is in terms of development and things, but they've already got now the base for most of it, because if you think about I don't want to say too much for people who haven't
know,
played it,
yeah.
but basically, in kind of cryptic terms, the world is already there.
Yes.
From what you've seen,
Yes.
the world is there. That you just need to build on top of it with the story, and then some of the newish areas.
And I feel like so the original story, and it has used the original story, but I'm enjoying this new game having its own twist on it. So everything you've shown me from the original story of Final Fantasy VII, the twists that are now happening, I'm enjoying that side of it as well.
Yeah.
But I don't have any
It's excellent. There's nothing like it.
I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Like allegiance to that original story anyway. But I'm really enjoying and I'm like, but what about this? But what's happening there? And how did that happen? What about this? What's going to happen now? So many questions, and I'm really enjoying it. So I will eventually go back to it and get some more trophies. I don't think I'll ever get the platinum. Won't lie. I've seen you get that platinum, and that was brutal. So I don't think I'm gonna ever get it unless you help me.
we can do that. I don't know what do to be a hero again.
That's what I mean. I won't be able to do that. I know I won't be able to. I watched how hard it was for you, and I'm nowhere near any good at games like you are.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible. The best thing to do will always go back to remake. Obviously, remake is a 5 out of 10, but I feel like you could do that, and then that almost gives you the skills to be able to do this. Although this is an increase in difficulty, and yes, it 100% is harder. The skills that you build up from doing the first one are still usable here. Nothing really changes all that much. Yes, you've got your synergy abilities and stuff now, a couple of other little different tricks that you'd use that aren't in remake, but I feel like that gives you the foundations to be able to, although again the difficulty is higher, it gives you the skill set to take a 10 out of 10 on in this form. So maybe start with that, see how you go, and then but this is the thing, we play it on hard. I'm spitting everywhere. I've been at the dentist and the orthodontist in the past week, so I had 2 visits, and I'm struggling to talk again because I've had a bar extended to the back tooth now to bring it forward, and it's catching, and I'm spitting everywhere, and really struggling to eat and things, which is a bit of a nightmare. I forgot where I was now, totally lost. Play it on hard, so although you're like 8 out of 10, 200 hours, your skills get better as you go through because Chapter 1, it's easy enemies, the bosses aren't too bad. By the time you get to the end and you're doing all these end game bosses, you've all of a sudden got good, if you will. So it's not too bad.
And then my only other game for December was Life is Strange Full Exposure, because I got that fucking
You did go for
my Christmas
present off Santa Claus. Jeffrey Claus.
Jeffrey Claus. Loved it. Really enjoyed it. I went in and didn't follow a guide at all, apart from a few little bits where I was like, how do I do that? Because I think I was tired at the time. But the reason I only have 14 out of 35 trophies is because I didn't want to look at a guide. I didn't want to know where the trophies were. I just wanted to play it because I loved all of the other Life is Stranges, so I didn't want to know all the plot, which is what happens with trophy guides. So I was like, no. And I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't need anyone to help me with tell me where to go on that one now. I know what I'm doing. I can read a trophy guide and go, yep, I know what I'm doing now with those kinds of games. So I'll be able to get it fairly simply.
You have to play this. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but so tell me if I'm wrong here, but you've got to play it twice anyway, haven't you?
Yes, you do. So you have to,
is there any benefit to ruining your first experience of the game by following a guide?
Because it's literally one...
Or is the choices you've got to...
No, there's only one choice, which is the reason.
Okay.
And it's linked to her original Life is Strange.
Right. Okay.
So based off the storyline for that first game, there are 2 endings.
Okay, I remember.
So you choose, so you choose which ending of it you've decided from that one, but then you have to play the opposite one as well.
Yeah, I mean it's like, and I'm guilty of it as well. I did it with Life is Strange True Colours. One playthrough, I followed a text guide so that I didn't see clips of locations, but even just reading stuff, it could be so you're getting to a really kind of high point in the story, the atmosphere is building, and then the next collectible, it tells you kind of where it is. It's sort of, you know that what's about to happen is coming to an end,
and I think I've done that with one of them, and I was devastated. I like ruined like a crucial point of a story because I'd looked at a guide and I was like, nope, never doing that again. Never doing that again.
I probably didn't explain that the best, but in my head I know what I mean. It's sort of when you know what's coming next,
That's what I helped you, don't worry,
it helped me.
you.
It removes you, doesn't it, from that particular
so
situation.
it's not as much of a oh wow, because you've already read that that's about to happen, kind of thing.
So I'm definitely guilty of doing it myself, but I think with this I'll probably do what you've done as well, just play
and I'm
it
definitely looking forward to going back in and do it again, because it's a really good story. I've really enjoyed the concept of it, and again, don't want to say too much because you don't know who's watching. If people want to play it and haven't yet, it is only a 1 out of 10. It is just a.
Where would you rank it then? Compared to the others, where would it fall?
It's up there.
Up there? Like with the original and true
Yeah.
colours, as good as that?
Yeah. See, I think... Oh, do you know what? That's really hard.
I mean, I wouldn't put True Colours up there with the original.
But
I said
I
that
do.
because you
Yeah,
do,
I
just
do.
so we're clear. Because people would be like, hang on, you said it wasn't that
The one
good,
with the
but then-
brothers is the bottom.
A lot of people tend to, I think it's because of Whingy Daniel.
Kid's
isn't
really
it?
annoying,
Or what
yeah.
it was called,
I don't know. I don't know where it'd come in there because...
It's always the Whingy kids, isn't it? Trace, shocking. Daniel, shocking. Hugo from A Plague Tale, absolutely shocking. What's the word?
Alicia!
All these
Alicia!
young kids, just little brats, aren't they? All of them?
Yeah, really good game. If you like that kind of like gameplay, absolutely give that a go. It is really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Very thankful for receiving that because I did not expect it at all.
Awesome.
But yeah, so that is it. And actually, we've ended up doing quite a long-winded version of only 2 games.
Yeah, to be fair, and to give this context, like you say, it is only 2 games, but you were only on chapter 8, as I mentioned, and even though you just beelined the story, it's still really, really long. Some of the chapters after that, there is so much content, so that did take up a lot of December, just playing that when you could.
And even, I mean, I had 2 weeks off, but I didn't really have 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
Because there was so much going on.
And we'll talk about it more, but we did some Gotham Nights in December as well. It's just because we also played it in January that we're not discussing it now, but yeah, that can come on the next one. But yeah, so that was Becky's list. Enjoyed that. Enjoyed a little commentary of Final Fantasy and Life is Strange. So we'll get on to the juicy stuff, over to the monthly Platinum Collection. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, and starting off very strong, although I hadn't even opened it up yet. Ray is a little bit premature. Must be a real hit with the ladies.
Yeah, but it's funny though, bit late he said as well.
Oh.
The first 2 words, bit late.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. But yeah, so I didn't even get my announcement. No, I can't even scroll down either apparently now. Yeah, I didn't even get my announcement out, and he was already straight on it. Hopefully you didn't get a chance to finish anything after this date, because there's still a good week there to go. Right, so a bit late, but I wanted to squeeze in another plat. Astro's a joy as always, but this was just 100% cleanup. Control was a long time coming and one in my backlog for a while. Can't lie, I didn't really like it at first and wasn't into the main plot, but when all that weird stuff started happening and the combat started to expand a bit, it caught my attention.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, because you've just started it, haven't you? Which people probably seen on, yeah. But we're going to talk about it probably soon because of the date. But anyway, Marvel Rivals is a much needed Overwatch rival, and I continue to play it post-plat. The plat itself didn't require any boosting and is so much fun. Very, very nice. Lovely little month there, Ray.
And then we're on to Marie. Focus this time with some hack and slash games. Also, Happy New Year. So we've got Solstice, good combat, cool visuals, and awesome OST.
Original soundtrack.
The level design. I don't know what that was. The level design and exploring is awful, though, in my opinion. Also because of the static camera. Overall, still enjoyed this one despite it getting repetitive after 5 playthroughs. Excuse me.
Blimey.
Wow. DMC, Devil May Cry wise. I thought DMC just meant Devil May Cry.
It does. I'm not sure why.
Okay,
It's,
that's fine. I was just,
I
you know what I'm like. I like to try and figure out all the lingo because I'm not cool kids, you know.
Just if anyone's played Call of Duty this month, don't say Modern Warfare.
I don't know why I can't. Anyway, sorry. I'm just trying to keep up on the lingo. Overhated game in my opinion. I like it. Sure, it's slow and not as smooth as the other two hack and slashes I've done this month, but the combat, the weapons, and the settings are still fun. 100% on Astrobot, cool Christmas themed level, give me more DLC please, which is what you said. Hidden Cats in Santa's Realm, why have we not played a Hidden Cats game, by the way?
Yeah, we need to. It looks like, I had to look at some gameplay just to see what they were actually like. It looks quite fun.
Had to get a Christmas themed plat as well. Probably going to be my last Hidden Cats plat as I don't enjoy them that much, to be honest. Bayonetta, I've heard of this one.
Bayonetta.
I've heard of this one. The smoothness of the hack and slash games in terms of of the hack and slash games in terms of gameplay, but this one has its problems with the enemies in my opinion. Their attacks just too fast to react to, and you end up just spamming dodge for the most part. Aside from that, the stupid challenges that are really annoying in all three of them games. I enjoyed this one too. Next month is probably a little more indie game focused.
Very, very nice, Marie. Good month as always. Okay, look who we've got. James up next. So, hey everyone, I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. December contained 6 platinums and 2 100% cleanups, and spending time with the family. Love how that comes at the end. 100% Dead Island 2 new game, plus had such fun with Platinum Jangus and It's a Me, a Mario was a laugh. 144 Platinum, Life is Strange Double Exposure. Good game, but left a sour taste in my mouth as the Frame Fatal trophy was bugged for me, but managed to unlock it eventually just by replaying chapters. Toem, cute photography game, I loved the art style. Plat 146 is Spirit of the North, enhanced edition, great visuals, but the jumping mechanics were annoying as hell. Sounds like a skill issue.
You're meant to be nice to him.
I'm only messing. 100% on Astrobot, the Winter Wonder DLC. Loved it. Yeah, it was a very cool level, to be fair. Shady Part of Me, great puzzle game. First played on Switch years ago, so decided to add it to the Platinum Collection. Highly recommend. We've got the Plucky Squire.
Really
yeah, we're going to do it, aren't we? Like we did with Chia, and just play kind of side by side. It'll be pretty good. Fantastic game on Extra. The creativity reminds me of It Takes Two, if it was single player. Nice. And then 149, The Last Campfire, great puzzle game, highly recommended.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go guys, look at that. My boy James putting in the graph. Love it. Very, very good.
And then we are on to Abs. A decent month for me. Platinum Coffee Talk, true definition of a cozy game. Really enjoyed my time in this game. I hope to play the sequel in 2025. 100% on Power Wash Sim. Finally got around to the Shrek DLC, back to 100%, but for how long? You love it, don't you?
Yeah, honestly, what is it? Wallace and Gromit, I think. I told you that the... Jeez, Gromit. I'm sure it's Wallace and Gromit. I might have been just pulled out of nowhere.
Is it the animatronic pants?
I've seen imagine you could get dressed like that in the morning. Like, it's so easy. But that's the next DLC, I believe. So looking forward to more.
Platinum Minecraft Story Mode PS3, a Telltale game, so very easy trophy wise. The story is good, and I cried at a certain part in the story. If you know, you know. 100% on Haikyuu, Jigsaw Grubby game. I've decided no more sub 1 Grubby games in 2025. Sub 1 hour, sorry. Platinum Injustice 2. This is now my rarest platinum at 1.84%. This was a grind because of my terrible RNG with the Catwoman cat call ability. Even though it took me 153 hours, it was a grind. I still really enjoyed the game thanks to Platinum Jangus for the Koth boost.
The King of the Hill.
Aha!
Yeah, so I basically just stood there and Abs just punched me for 10 minutes and then
fair play.
Was able to get this trophy. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't played these because although I'm not very good at these types of games, with it being superheroes and stuff, I'd probably enjoy it. Maybe one day.
Platinum, a castle full of cats. Find cats, that's all. Another Platinum, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, a really fun pod racer game with the amazing Star Wars soundtrack. 100% on Marvel Spider-Man 2, finished New Game Plus, still an amazing game, maybe not as good as the first but still amazing. 100% Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, a trivia game. Platinum in Astro Bot, Game of the Year for a reason, amazing fun and nostalgic platformer, heavily inspired by Nintendo Mario games. I'd say a fair challenge with some of the challenge levels, especially if you're not used to playing platformers, but overall what a game. Happy New Year and happy hunting in 2025.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Great month for abs. Absolutely, and very well done on that Injustice 2 Platinum. What is it, 1.84?
It said it in the thing.
I'd forgotten already. I'm losing my mind lately, No, very, very well done. So, we've got Stephen up next. Happy year, everyone. December.
Happy year.
What, sorry?
Happy year.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I'm going into Happy year, everyone. The year is 2025. Happy New Year, everyone. December was an unexpected great month for me as I treated myself to a PS5.
Nice.
Oh, very, very nice. Oh, we've got Astro's Playroom on there. My guy's PS5's not going to explode. Love it. Yeah, it has to be the first one. It has to be. There's nothing I can say that hasn't been said. Amazing game. Lego Hobbit for the 60th, my first ever Lego again, and for sure the last for a very, very long time. I knew going into it that it would be a collectathon, but this just felt absurd. Yeah, don't play Skywalker Saga. That's some collectathon. Batman the Telltale, felt like playing a Batman game but didn't want to do anything too long, so I decided to try a Telltale game for the first time. It was alright. The Last of Us Part 1, first time ever playing this. Yes, I know I'm late to this party, and it was so much fun. Easily one of my top 5 games. Do you hear that, Dave? Do you hear that? My guy knows what he's talking about. This would have been a perfect platinum if there weren't as many collectibles. They do bring more depth to the game, so it wasn't too frustrating. Love it. Deliverers Mars, loved the first one. This one was okay. Whoever approved the climbing mechanic should be questioned. It was immensely awkward and clunky. Sekiro, by far the best game FromSoft has put out in terms of combat. I've never played a game this satisfying. The bosses were all super fun to go up against. Platinum wise, it's a fairly simple list on the surface, except the worst part being the tedious skills grind. Highly recommend. And then we also have Final Fantasy II. Had the FF itch again after playing the first one back in February. Binged it in one day and I already want to play the third game. I also started Elder Scrolls Online. Always loved Elder Scrolls and I'm never expecting to get this platinum. Playing it for fun and seeing where it goes. Very, very solid month.
Happy hunting in January.
I do that every time.
I know
Well done.
you do.
Happy hunting in January. Love it.
Froggy.
Little frog with a love heart. Love that.
And then we're on to Wes. Hey all of you. Hey ho. Hey ho. Hey ho.
We've all lost our minds. Oh, there's only 2 of us.
Is there?
I don't know. Not
Anyway.
the storybook, but he's asleep for once.
Yes.
Normally he starts swinging off the unit or he's in his litter tray during recordings.
So, Wes. Hey, all of you wonderful people. With 2024 having ended and the new year having begun, I want to say Happy New Year. Having less time to game since mid-November really slowed my progress. I could have been halfway through Dark Souls 3 by now if I never bought a guitar. Do I regret it? No. So yeah, expect less game next. Oh my word! I'm gonna try again. Expect less games next year due to my new hobby. Do expect me to get some server badges though. Anyway, enough rambling about that. Here are my games for the month. As you might expect from the text above, my December has made my soul pretty dark. Dark Souls, 69 hours. I really hated the game at first, but that changed the more I played and the better I got. Now I absolutely love the game. The only thing I kind of don't like is that post Ornstein and Smuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've not played Dark Souls.
Small. The game becomes easy. I hate the English language, you know. There's multiple ways you can say that word. Don't like it. Anyway, the game becomes easy. Like I never died to a boss after ONS, even on New Game Plus and New Game Plus Plus. More of the story, game is great. Play it. You will fall flat.
You will fall fat.
Oh my god. TLC cleanup.
Your man fall fat.
Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, 100 hours. Sorry, I saw whip. Always makes me laugh. Definitely worse than the first game, but still fantastic. Having enemies despawn after killing them like 12 times is a great mechanic in my opinion. Made me go full genocide in some areas as a venting method. The bosses are really disappointed. All bosses are extremely easy, and the only slightly difficult bosses were Human Knight and Sir Alof. Heck They are not even main game bosses, but DLC bosses. Servalon is amazing fight, by the way. Just want to put it out there. Dark Souls 3 is a whip. I know what it means.
It's a whip,
but all I think is, watch me whip. Watch me nay. Very nice.
Absolutely smashed it as always. Where's the
someone that's not having much time?
Yeah, I'll have to do these eventually. It's I've never done any of the Dark Souls. I've played quite a fair few from soft stuff now, but yeah, not them ones. I'll have to get them done. So we've got McCann up next. Happy New Year's, everyone. December was a better month for me with 3 new platinums and 1 100%. Looking forward to seeing how you all do in January. So we've got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I wanted to play this game since it released, but I'd never gotten around to it. It was a lot of fun and has absolutely beautiful visuals. I also really appreciate that it wasn't a difficult game, as I'm shocking with fighters. Not nearly enough playable time as Vegeta though. 100% and Astrobot completed both of the DLCs and would happily play through more. So amazing and enjoyable, it definitely deserves its Game of the Year win. Awesome. And Epic Mickey Rebrushed. It was my first time experiencing this game, as I didn't get to play the OG. It was suggested to me by a friend from another service, so decided to give it a go. I'm so glad that I played this game. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed my time with it, even though I messed up a boss fight on my paint run and had to do a third run for the plat. And then Life is Strange Double Exposure, a Christmas present from hubby. I did enjoy this game, but I don't believe it was as good as the first or Before the Storm, my personal favourite. I like the music and the environments, even some of the characters, but having to play through twice for the plat was taxing, and locking the DLC behind the deluxe edition was shady.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did not appreciate having to spend $30 for 2 trophies. Also felt that I didn't have as much choice around the romances, which was disappointing, but overall was still a fun experience.
That was shocking that I did forget about that, having to buy that Cats DLC.
Yeah, it's a bit stinky, isn't it?
And obviously you didn't do it, and then we weren't going to, because I was like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. And then I think it was actually, I think it was McCann that had said it to me. I can't remember who it was. I think it was McCann.
To you,
yeah, and she was like, you're going to have to get it. And I was like, oh man. So you bought me anyway, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I haven't played it again since then. Very nice.
Very, very nice indeed. Great month.
Right, we know that this is Josh.
You can tell
I can see the basketball.
The 12-year-old Blingo.
So we were having a conversation that we needed to have a look who you all are, because you've all
just got player.
Got a player and numbers. And some of you have changed your pictures. Whereas we know that Jen's is the same. You can see Jen's down there, hers is the same. This is basketball. And then we were trying to figure out the others, because some of you have changed them to actual
Squid Game.
Yes.
Characters.
So actually I've forgotten who everyone is. We know by the colours of some people as well.
Yeah.
So we'll give it a go, but we know this is Josh, you can see that. And I probably could have I'm not reading it. I'm just putting that out there. Wow, 1 full year of trophy hunting down. God knows how many to go. Pretty full and full month from my end. I don't let the kids say that in class. I ain't reading that out. Let's see how many messages this spills over to.
Oh my god.
Hot Wheels Unleashed. Look, a clean-up game, that's rare. Seriously though, I do need to make that number of unearned games go down. It was really fun racing game until I was dumb and didn't keep watch over the gears and coins grind, which left hours of doing races over and over again. Thank you to the real Digi Rizzler. Oh, so that's Craig.
Yeah.
Craig's one,
yeah. Okay. Digi Rizzler.
I'll stop now for helping with both the online portion and some extra races to make the gears grind a little less boring. PGA Tour 2K23. This was an overall pretty chilled experience. Just playing some golf, nothing else really to say. Alright, this game got me bingo in Full House. Insert the Midlands accent here. Go on.
Alright, Full House.
For card A. Were you really expecting me to play a game that didn't relate to the Full House? Then we've got Metal Go Down. Metal Hellsinger, PS4. Like before. Excuse me, what? It's just a KFC herbs and spices fueled experience. Going round blowing demons' heads off while listening to apparently not death metal, as I was informed by one. And I don't know who Player 3 is, I'm sorry. but I had to get it again before it left the extra card. What on KFC herbs and spices fueled I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't get it.
It is Josh though, so who knows.
Then we have Chivalry 2 PS4 in the habit of stacking this month. Again, surprise, surprise for a badge. This was a lot faster because of the knowledge I could do everything minus a handful of trophies again against AI. Thanks Hurricane for helping me with the aforementioned. Ooh! Use some fancy words now.
Oh.
This must be written by AI. Handful of trophies. Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. Damn, this was fun. Back in the racing game saddle, and we are finishing it off with a bang. Such a fun game from when I was a kid on the Wii. Why does everyone buy a Wii over the summer, use it for 2 weeks, then it goes in the loft? Another one of those random thoughts to think about. It's true. Overall, just a nice and chilled experience. Can't complain. Again, a rare sighting. Then you've got Concept Destruction. Ended the year off with a bang, a grubby bang that potentially gets me multiple badges. Do it. I'll be completely honest, if they developed this into like a 15 to 20 hour game, this would actually be a decent good mix of Wreckfest and Twisted Metal, but it's gross.
Just a performing monkey over
you are.
Do it. do the thing.
Anyway, that's enough of me for one review. Enjoy the new year. Do not get too drunk jumping Jangus. You still have to film all these projects of yours. And may 2025 bring you many, many new platinum trophies. And that's not happening. Goodbye.
Oh, Skibbity Rizzler. Do you know what?
No, you can't. No.
Do you know why I was laughing at it? So, I seen a TikTok the other day, and it's probably not going to be funny to a lot of people, but I was crying. So, the conversation between Palpatine and Anakin when they're in the theatre.
Yeah, I think we've shown.
And they're having the conversation about Darth Plagueis the Wise and da-da-da-da-da. Someone has edited it using this brain rot, but it's done so well that it is literally their voices. It could have been a real thing. And he's talking about, have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Rizzler the Wise?
Yeah,
and stuff.
you've showed me, yeah.
It just, I was in absolute, my mate at work was like, what is going on? I was crying. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a beta. Yeah, stuff like that. And it was just, it had me in bits, but yeah, find it was funny. Yeah, great month, Josh. Love that.
Very nice.
So we've got Cat Lord up next. Seems like we haven't heard from Cat Lord in a while, so good to see you posting, dude. I don't have much to say. Very much still recovering. We've got Filler Platt. 99th, we've got Lego Skywalker Saga. Not even bad for me. Played it while grinding Splasher, so by the time I finished Splasher, I just had to go through free play levels, and then wow, Splasher. It's not even satisfying, just like a relief off my shoulders. Blimey. So Splasher, although the rarity doesn't necessarily tell you so, this is like Super Meat Boy level of like completion. It's absolutely ridiculous and not something I'm going to be going anywhere near. But Cat Lord's done Super Meat Boy before, so
nice.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me that you can get this done as well, bud. But unbelievable work, very, very well done. And of course, we've also got some Human Fall Flat DLC clean up, not Human Fall Fat.
And then we are on to my apologies.
Find your voice box.
We are on to Exotic Shooter. Happy New Year, Jeff, Becky, and the rest of you amazing people at the server. I hope you've all had a great Christmas too. Another steady month for me with 3 platinums. If I can stay consistent with that each month, I'll be very happy, especially with the limited time I have available for gaming. All 3 games I have platinum this month are from my backlog. No new games started for a change. I need to take a page out of your book. Spider-Man Miles Morales, beautiful game with a great story. Really looking forward to playing Spider-Man 2 when I get round to it after playing this. SpongeBob Cosmic, I was going to say Comic Shake. Cosmic Shake, easy enough game, probably preferred Battle of Bikini Bottom. And then Infamous 2, finished the Infamous games on an old account years ago and I wanted to dive back in. I enjoyed my time with it, but would have been better if it wasn't stream play. Wish I kept the PS3.
Yeah, I need to go back and do Infamous 2. I did it on one of the side 7 platinums on an old account before I was a trophy hunter, and that was one of the ones I had. I'd like to get it back on my new profile.
Yeah.
So I've got Infamous 1, I've got Second Son, First Light. The only reason I didn't do Infamous 2 is I did Infamous streaming as well through like the PS Plus stuff, and it wasn't great, so I didn't push myself for the second one, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
Very well done, Exotic Shooter.
Nice.
So we've got Rushy up next, so we've got Lawn Sim. Played this as I couldn't work out what I was in the mood for and knew it wasn't too difficult. The challenges people say are tough were quite easy, however the game was only fun for the first few hours and got repetitive quick. Luckily there is some ways to speed it up, but the game does everything it can to make it as slow as it can. When AFKing the miles, the game kept crashing, so I was making no progress at all. Glad it's done, and I'll clean up the DLC once it goes back on sale for that full 100%. Very nice. Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Backlog. Couldn't tell you much on this as I followed a guide. Big up Macca. Macca's guide. I don't get that. The little. Anyway, all I know is you solve murders and it's short. Coffee Talk. Just a game where you make coffee for fantasy customers. Not much more to say, but it's a chill time. Nice. Toy Story upgraded to premium for the next 4 months due to the Black Friday sale being cheap, and decided to do this as it's short and done some full house squares. It was quite a fun little game actually, and considering it's a PSP game, it played really well. So we've got Astrobot. What can I say that hasn't been said already? The game's fantastic, loved every second of it, even if the gacha machine mugged me off, not giving me the final item I needed for the plat. Either way, if they add more DLC, I'll go back to this with a smile on my face. I think we all will. It's, yeah, everyone just wants a bit more now. Sly, have premium for the next 4 months, so thought I'd jump into this. Heard good things and the game didn't disappoint. Handled surprisingly well and was a lot of fun. I think it's the shortest out of the 3, but I'm looking forward to the other 2 after this. Doki Doki Backlog. The game's crap, as all I'll say. Glad out of the backlog. Stardew Cleanup. They added a new DLC, so me and Abby went back to clean it up. It was a lot of fun going back to. Luckily had good RNG for the most part with the drops. Great game. And then finishing off with Sly 2. Enjoyed this a lot, thought there was a lot of improvements gameplay wise from the first one. Just got the third one to do now. That's also ported onto PS5. And then we shall just enlarge this. We've got Lawnmower and Sim, which is a nice ultra rare. If you guys can see that as well. It's a fantastic month from Rushy. Love that. Very, very well done, bud. I hope everyone has a fantastic new year, whatever you're planning on doing.
So, up next we have Crow, player 404.
I like it.
Crow, 404. Hey!
Sorry. I didn't know it.
Hope everyone had a great year. Looking forward to playing games and chatting with all of you in the new year. A very slow month for me with less than 20 trophies earned in total. Was able to get a single plat done between work and the holiday craziness. Outlast 2, horror cleanup when you can't see anything in the game and crazy people keep licking you, as well as trying to do other things that we can't see in front of the kids. I'm a little bit concerned. Not as hard as folks make it out to be with level memorization. That's a good word. Definitely worth doing if anyone wants a 4 or 5 difficulty ultra rare.
4 or 5 difficulty? It's an 8 out of 10 look. I think Crow's just pure flexing there. Oh, very well done that, nice. Crow. Love it. So we've got Zoltan up next, back from the abyss that was Metaphor Fantasio. 5 platinums in December and 1 DLC cleanup.
Sorry, is that the one that Josh can't do? Or is this...
What, Metaphor?
Fantasio. I just wanted to bring it back to what game was it that Josh can't do?
36 Fragments of Midnight.
I knew it was one of them.
2 totally different games.
Yeah, but I knew it was one of them.
It
was multiple. There's loads of them. It could have been any.
Metaphor's the one, so I haven't played it yet, but it's
I've
the one
heard it, and I didn't know if it was because Josh had kept saying about how we couldn't play it, so I just assumed it was that one. Sorry, Josh.
It was the one.
Wasn't to be offensive.
The one that's up for Game of the Year.
That might be why.
Looks like Persona, very anime.
That might be why.
Kinda.
My apologies, Josh. I got my wires crossed.
Just wanted to take a chance at having another go at you. We love it. Right, so Metaphor Fantasio, the rant I could go on about this game. I'll keep it brief though, so not as to spoil anything for anyone. Simply put, I hated it. I honestly do not understand all of the praise it's gotten, but each to their own. In my opinion, the story is contrived and poorly written. Best narrative, my...
Peachy butt.
Why is there a picture of Eve? I'm joking. I'm wondering when we're getting the Eve Power Wash Simulator DLC. That's the DLC we all want. To end on a positive note though, I will say the cutscenes were very beautifully animated. Yeah, I'm in an RPG group on on Facebook again as well, and they'd given like 20 reasons why this is better than Rebirth, and it caused a bit of a ruckus mind.
A ruckus?
all the nerds are going absolutely ballistic, but probably is for some people, but I think some of what they said was quite harsh. Roguefly picked this game up on a whim after watching the trailer. What a fantastic little game, enjoyed every minute, very similar to Star Fox. Unpacking, not much to say about this one, very relaxing and definitely scratched that OCD itch. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered, also 2 platinums for this one, nice. Trip down memory lane with these 2 games, could not put them down. Aspire truly did the originals justice, looking forward to trying out their remasters of the Tomb Raider games even more now. And then 100% an Astrobot, nice little festive DLC to close out the year, hope they have more DLC in the works. Me too. Very, very nice. Zoltan, love that.
They're
Yeah, they're there.
one of the slow months for me this year, but still got 3 platinums. So Metal Hellslinger.
Hellslinger?
Yeah, apparently Hellsinger.
Just why are you slinging hell for?
I'm poopy.
I know.
It was a good tutorial if someone wants to learn rhythm-based games. Sad it left the Plus catalogue. I couldn't.
Sad it left the Plus catalogue.
It wasn't permeating my brain mechanics to read it correctly.
Your memory bits all like messed up.
I used to use the word permeating to remind myself that I am actually clever. Next one is Call of the Sea, an interesting adventure puzzle walking sim. It starts slow, but story is nice. Ratchet and Clank All for One, last part of the series for me. Co-op was okay, but the camera and bolt grind was horrendous, one of the worst in the series. Good luck in January. Good luck everyone in January. Edit forgot about the Goat himself, Astrobot with a great Christmas DLC level.
Fantastic, I love it. Good little month. So we've got Shaz up next, no actual plats in December, just some cleanup. So we shall expand that best we can.
Resident Evil Village
do
twice.
The monthly ASMR. What have we got here? Resident Evil Village. Now some good stuff on there, I like it. Very, very good indeed, Shaz. Love to see that, dude.
And then we're on to Sturzy. 13 platinums and 1 100%. Finally got my 250th platinum and decided to get some Christmas platinums. The first 3 had a lot more to them, as you can see with time taken. The Grinch, spot the difference, but enjoyed my time playing them all and relaxing over the Christmas period. Happy New Year, everyone. How many platinums did you hang on one sec? Go back, how many? 13. Shices.
Yeah, but look at them, they're all rubbish. I'm only joking, Adam. I mean, we can't see them anyway, it's probably a good thing.
Modern Warfare. It's
Modern
not a platinum,
Warfare.
but it's there.
He's only saving grace as he supports Liverpool, so we let him off. He gets a pass. I'm only joking, dude. Smashing it as always. Just wish that was a little bigger, just so we could see it there for you. You know, very, very well done.
Who's done that react? That's mean.
There you go. Here's a you.
That's mean.
Right, so we've got Hurricane up next, 11 platinums and 1 100% this month. Fall Guys, clean up my first double stack. I may have did a cheeky semi-auto pop. Good semi. No,
That's where I stopped, that's where my brain cut out.
Can't be a cheeky semi. Oh, wow. That's also brought something else back to me as well, so I'm going to tell you another funny... I'm going to start adding these little funny stories. And
Little anecdotes.
Yeah, cheeky little anecdotes. So there's a video on YouTube that I stumbled across. So this is more for you guys who like snooker, understand the rules of snooker to get this funny. If you don't like snooker, don't know snooker, it's going to be rubbish. But someone's edited loads of bits of commentary together to make it like loads of innuendo basically. So it's like he would say something like he's going for the pink, oh but he's kissed the brown, and honestly they've got these pieces of commentary from Dennis Taylor.
Oh wow.
And Willie Thorne and stuff, and it's just like, oh, he's going for tricky pink. Oh, but he's gone into the brown.
Wow.
And it's this because the commentator goes and it's like, oh, so we're coming back here with a semi. I don't know what the semi-final, but it's put together so well. And yeah, me and my mate were having it. So after the whole Darth Plagueis the Wise crack that he really hated because he doesn't get Star Wars, he's a big snooker fan, so I put that on and we had a good laugh about it. But yeah, it was really funny.
You need to carry on reading Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, Fall Guys, yeah, because we got distracted by
semis. Semis definitely distracted me.
Oh wow. Semis, plural, like, well said.
On multiple days.
Wow.
All of them, all the days.
Jesus, right. Semi-auto. Semi-auto pop.
I think you need to reread the whole thing.
Okay. Fall Guys cleanup. My first double stack. I may have did a cheeky semi-auto pop. No way was I doing the win 5 in a row again. Astro's Playroom cleanup. This game is a bit overrated in my opinion. It was decent for what it was. Stumble Guys cleanup. Finally got this done for my 125th milestone. Basically just an easier version. Stumble Guys. It's like, man, I want Fall Guys. We've got Fall Guys at home.
Chalk ice is in the freezer.
Oh, they were tragic, but I used to love them going on bananas for a chalk ice. Chalk ice.
So forever it will be known Stumble Guys is the chalk ice of the ice cream world. Stumble Guys is that there's an ice cream at home, there's chalk ice is in the freezer. Look on the ice cream van.
Oh wow, Stumble Guys. I've never played it. I don't know how close it is to Fall Guys or anything, but
literally Hurricane says it's basically just an easier version of Fall Guys.
Oh, I get that, but like are the levels pretty much?
Just told you though.
Such a dick. Right. Then we've got Xenox Valkyrie, another decent game, nothing special. D-Laser, Revolver, B Cannon, second 2 cleanups, just grubs. Rabbids Party of Legends, had fun with it, it's a party game, would be a blast playing with people. AAA Dynamic Scenes, a little jigsaw puzzle game to satisfy my nostalgia. Little Nightmares 2 cleanup, wished I had completed when I started last year, good game. And we've got Deliverers Mars. I feel like I enjoyed the first one way more. Didn't like Sarah Baker for some reason, she just annoyed me. And Coffee Talk. I really enjoyed this one, just listening to people's problems and serving them coffee was so relaxing.
Please can I play this game?
Yeah, we have it as well. I mean, I say we have it, I think it's free, everyone has it, don't they? Coffee Talk.
I know you said I can't start any new games, but can I please play this game?
Have a wonderful new year, everyone, and hopefully you complete your 2025 goals. I'm pretty certain it's really short as well, isn't it? So it's not
8
like...
hours, 1 minute.
And I mean, we don't know if that was all in one
Yeah.
stint. You know, it might have been a couple of hours one night, finished then,
24 trophies.
you know, finished in the morning. I don't know. Probably dead short, isn't it? We'll have a look after. But yeah, of course you can. What?
Here's are you alright?
What is going on with
Where's
these?
your post?
I know, with the sick emojis.
So we've got Marcus. This month was nothing but backlog cleanup. Oh my gosh.
Clean
LA Noir, first platinum since Halloween. Not much to say that hasn't already been said. Fantastic game, just wasn't a fan of the driving all cars trophy. WWE 2K23. As a wrestling fan, I wasn't sure what it'd be like going for this platinum. I got the online done during the summer when there were rumours of the servers closing down, which was one of the bigger parts of the grind. However, going back to clean up the rest, it still felt I was never going to get this done. I'm just so glad to have it done. That's it for me. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and a happy new year. Can't wait to see what 2025 brings for all of us. Nice.
Very nice, Marcus. Love it. Love to see it. So we've got Sapphic Mystery up next, Crash Bandicoot Platinum and 100%. Very nicely done. The town trials were really fun. Didn't enjoy the game besides them. Still really fun to go for them. Deliver Us the Moon, pretty good walking sim with an eerie atmosphere. I enjoyed my time. It's also my first PS Portal Platinum. Love that. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, aggressively mid-game. It lost a lot of nuance and enjoyment of the New Order. I think it's the first game I've ever played where I actively skipped cutscenes.
Wow.
That hurts my feelings. It was definitely easier than I expected. Deliver Us Mars. Worse than the predecessor. If it weren't for the final 15 minutes of the game, I'd have said that the main character is the least likeable character in a video game.
Is that Sarah Baker?
See,
is that the same as whoever it was?
I'm going to assume so, but I honestly, I don't recall. I mean, I'm trying to remember back to the game. I don't remember it that well, but I thought she was fine. I mean, nobody's more hated than someone like Hugo, surely. You know, Amicia. Just that's probably I don't know. Is there anyone worse than Hugo? There probably will be, but I can't think right now.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let
Yeah,
us
who's
know.
the worst person ever in a video game?
We need to start that. Is there a poll? Can we put this somewhere? Can we do this
that's
in either in the Discord or wherever?
Yeah.
Let's start a poll. Whoever knows how to do it, because I wouldn't even know where to start. I mean, I can't do anything anymore anyway because I had Paddy and left. So, one of you mods, get a poll. Most hated, irritating character.
Yeah, not most hated in terms of what they've
Because
done.
they're irritating.
Because that's a different kind of
Yeah,
performance.
yeah.
The most irritating.
Irritating, not hated.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it.
Last little line.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Very nice.
Yeah, very well done.
It's Ninja because they were monthly champion last month.
Yes. Well done.
Smarts. How is it the end of December already? Feels like it was only Jan a few weeks ago. Been a wild ride this year, many lows and some surprising highs. From retiring from trophies and struggling to play games at the start of the year to earning 100% completion every day for a month. Meeting the 3 Musketeers, you know who you are. Getting a world first plat and getting to add 3 stars to my name. Thanks to everyone here for the support and good times. Looking forward to more next year. So we've got Sudoku, got them the wrong way around. Sudoku Master PS4 100%. Needed a game for the bad rated game on Metagame Square. Can you carry on, please?
And so decided to copy Richard Butler's homework. After all, how bad can Sudoku really be? Turns out the answer is very. Coastal erosion is quicker than the speed the cursor moves at, and the game constantly freezes. Avoid at all costs. Would you like me to carry on, darling? Yeah, we've both really been struggling, haven't we, with our throats? The cold up here in Hartlepool has been really, really bad, so yeah, struggling a little bit right now. So yeah, apologies for any coughing and spluttering and sniffling and yeah. Immortals of Avian PS5. Back on the Essential Players badge grind this month, starting with Immortals. Saw a retrospective on this game about a year or so ago, and thought it looked fun, so decided to give it a go. Really enjoyed the concept, the characters were decent, and gameplay was fun. Had a great time with it, even more so than I was expecting to. We've got Astrobot PS5 100%. They added a new Winter Wonderland level for the festive period, so I jumped back in to get my 100% back. Deserved Game of the Year winner. It Takes Two on the PS4, from a deserved Game of the Year winner to one that shouldn't have been anywhere near. The game wasn't bad by any means, but Game of the Year is an absolute joke. Only won it because it was the COVID year and lockdown. Justice for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I'm not. It depends what you want from a video game. I think because of how innovative it was, and it was almost combining a multitude of games in one game, and I think the fun that you could have with another person and the story of a failing marriage being brought together in the way that they did it, I thought it was pretty spectacular, to be honest, but you know, that's my take. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, unbelievable.
I'll have to play them.
You do need to play, even if you just start with the newer stuff, you can always play the older ones one day. Streets of Rage 4, a few years ago in my server, everyone picked one game for each person that we thought each other would enjoy, and made a list with the intentions to play them all. This was one of the games on my list. Played it a fair bit back, but then didn't finish it. Luckily, it worked out well, as I could return to it for a nice bit of cleanup and also progress towards the essential player badge. Fun game overall. Thought the many replays can get a bit stale. That's the issue I'm having at the minute. Just going back through and back through. Hopefully one day. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. That's Rushy, isn't it? Rushy's favourite game. Did it once earlier in the year for the badge and had no intentions of stacking it, but it ended up being the only good game from Essential we got that month, so I had to do it for that badge. Not terrible, not great, incredibly weird. Ticket to Ride, PS4 100%. Yeah, another surprise DLC dropped for this, so hopped back in and got the 100% back again. Always a pleasure to return to the game. Power Wash Sim, finished the PS5 stack for my 2023 runner-up Game of the Year. It was a nice break when I didn't have the energy to start the next game just yet. Procrastination at its finest. A Plague Tale Requiem, great sequel to a great game. Had a really good time with this game, however it was a step down from the first game. Still great, and the story was good, but doesn't quite match up to the quality of
You're the opposite, aren't you?
I have it the other way around, yeah. I think the stories are on a level playing field for me, but I think in terms of you get a little bit more freedom and exploration in the second one. Some of the characters that they bring into it are amazing, and the combat as well. There's a little bit more with Amicia having a crossbow, and the sling's a little bit more refined. It's not as clunky and stuff like that. So I think I preferred Requiem, but they're both absolutely unbelievable games. Yeah. Thanks again to everyone for making this server a great place to be, and to Jangus and the mod team for all the hard work they put in for us. Hope everyone had a happy holidays and wish you all a happy new year. How nice. Love that. Thank you very much. And here's to you smashing it again. Oh, another contention for monthly champion again, maybe? Who knows? It's absolutely smashing it at the moment. Are you ready to take back over, or would you like me to do Amy?
Excuse me?
Oh dear.
James is the one that needs to be giving her early nights. So here's Amy. Hello you lovely lot. I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year. I went into December thinking I wouldn't get a platinum due to life, but I managed to get one 30 minutes before 2025. So I'm glad I managed to prove myself wrong. So 100% on Astrobot, completed the Winter Wonderland level to get back up to 100% completion. It was such a good little level and got me feeling all festive. Then Life is Strange Double Exposure. I really enjoyed this latest instalment in the Life is Strange series. It was great being back in Max Caulfield's life. The story was excellent. I honestly couldn't believe the route it took. I'm hoping there's a new Life is Strange game in development with this band of characters. It definitely gives a chance of at least 2 more games for different characters.
Oh, twist. Spoiler alert.
Well done everyone on your plats. Here's to a great year of trophy hunting in 2025.
Oh, and look at this progress.
I know how good's that. She's nearly there.
It's just a shame and it's dropped out of being an ultra rare now.
I just don't have the mental capacity to aimlessly wander around Dreamlight Valley right now and mine and plant. And
You'll get there with it. It's going to be one of those that are a bit of a slow burn, but
I'd rather sit and manage university campuses instead.
Yeah, why not? So we've got Richard Butler up next. Some cracking games completed in December by everyone as always. I've had a slow month due to the parties and festivities. Managed to do an MLB game with no knowledge of baseball, but I quite enjoyed it and was fun on the portal. Uno is just a fun card game and filled some squares for Full House.
Nice.
Very, very nice. Love that.
Go on, I know you like it. You like saying it.
Well, just some random pleb. Don't even know who he is.
Smaller month for me this time. Had to push to get the PS Plus Essentials badge done. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged. Fun little arcade race based on the toys. This was one of the 3 games I had to finish for the Essentials badge. It Takes Two. Replayed this for the Essentials badge. Love it so much. So fun playing with my wife. Half information there.
What you get up to with your wife and your is nobody's business.
It is a really good game to play with your partner though, isn't it? It Takes Two. Love it. I loved it. I wish we could play it again.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I need to do, I can't remember which one I did first. I need to do the opposite stack anyway. I can't remember if I played it PS4 first because I don't remember, but we'll do it again.
And then we've got Five Nights at Freddy's, Security Breach, final essential game for the year, and my first ever FNAF game. Was pretty fun. I love saying that. FNAF. Thief Simulator, simple sim game. Played for Full House spots. It covered about 5 or 6 of them. See all these simulators, I just really want to play them all.
Yeah.
Just simulator after simulator after simulator. Love them. It's just like everything that you played when you were younger, wasn't it, on the computer, when you could only go on for half an hour and you had to come off because someone was wanting to use the phone. Like...
Yeah, that's how old we are. Well, it was either, so I had, I think the first internet I had was NTL World, and you could only go on it for a maximum of 2 hours.
I had 2 siblings, that's why mine was half an hour.
Yeah. So you could only go on for a maximum of 2 hours and then it just cut you off regardless and you had to reconnect. Or, like you alluded to there, if someone picks up the phone...
I didn't allude to it, I said it outright.
If someone rang the house phone and they picked it up, it kicked you off the internet. How mad's that the two couldn't work together.
So crazy. I told my class that I was older than Google, and they're like, "What? How old's Google? 26."
And it made that weird noise where it was like, get down, and then whatever happened to speakers, knowing that you were going to get a phone call? Yeah, and then
someone's ringing me.
It was like 10 seconds before the call even happened. It just crazy.
Sorry, we got distracted
Psychic
again.
speakers, what's going on?
Got distracted again.
We did.
Is it me? Was it me talking? Right, yes, it was.
You've done Thief Simulator.
Yes.
You want to play Simulator again?
Yes, that's why. Yes. I remember. Deliver Us Mars, final game of the year. Loved the first game. Really enjoyed this one, and it was also the Game Club Game of the month. Best of luck to everyone in the new year.
Very, very nice month. Love that. I do need to do the second Hot Wheels. Looking forward to that. So we have Tim up next. Hello. Got a few games to share. Crash 1 to 4. Wow. Yeah, very nice. All incredible games. Crash 4 is the standout, which is particularly weird considering you'd think it'd be the worst, with the long break and Crash 3 being a noticeable downgrade. However, it seems they decided to choose violence and make the hardest Crash game. Definitely is a 9 out of 10 difficulty and probably one of the hardest plats I've done so far. Everyone has played Crash 1 to 3 at some point, so I won't expand on them, but Crash 1 is the best out of the trilogy. Got FC25, thanks to Ryan James and Platinum Jangus for their assistance with this. The game overall is terrible, and it's sad to see how far EAFC FIFA has fell. I'm not sure I'll buy the next one. Who am I kidding? See you next year.
It's honestly, Amy, I think sometimes she's always like, James, you're not going to buy it though, are you? And I'm like, Amy, they're all buying it. Every single one of them.
It's because we love football so much.
You get that hand out of my face.
It's not a team. It's knocked me out. Assault. It's recorded. You can't deny it this time. But yeah, we all love football too much. So as much as it winds us up, although apparently in the last week or so, I don't know when it was, when it's had a huge, had a huge overhaul, new update. Apparently the gameplay is a lot better. People raving about it online. It's the best it's ever been and stuff. So yeah,
it's still EAFC.
Yeah, it's still the same, but they've
yes,
made...
I mean FIFA's not taken back over.
No, and even then, it was just a brand. They had no involvement in.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But yeah, it looks like they've changed a few things. I'll maybe have to reinstall it and do something just to see how it plays.
Oh wait, I think I missed some of it because I was laughing. It's not a new game you're on about. It's the same game.
It's the same game, but it's had a huge.
None of what I just said made sense then.
It's had a huge patch.
I wasn't listening to you, I won't lie.
Yes, I'm used to that, it's fine.
I was zoning out. I was looking you dead in the eye and zoning out.
Yeah, it's had a huge patch, apparently playing better. I'll maybe reinstall it and do what I've done in recent years. So one night I'll maybe do like a stream where I try and win the Champions League on the hardest difficulty like I've done on previous ones.
Make sure it's not when I'm in bed then, because you get so loud.
Yeah. I was going to do it on Friday when you went out with work, but I was honestly so tired, and I was at the end of Stellar Blade. I was like, I just want to see the story finish. And just as I was getting near the end of the story, somehow my trousers were around my ankles again. I'm only joking. I've got nothing left. Back in the room. How did we get from FIFA getting a patch to my pants being around my ankle?
You tell me!
Right, but where were we? Yeah, so I was going to stream because the Champions League's got a new format, so I was going to try the new patch on the new Champions League format and see if I could basically win it on the hardest difficulty, which I'll probably do at some point when...
I don't know what you got the mouse for. You've still got to read.
Yeah, this is true. Maybe when you are out at Emily's or wherever, and I'll do it then. So, Shadow of Mordor, much better than the sequel, which I still need to do, and I enjoyed the game. It felt very monotonous and tiring near the end, however, and I was glad to get to the end of the game. I will do Shadow of War, even with its terrible post-story content, and get this series cleaned up. Power Simulator, as someone on this server once said, we've gone from exploring the universe to cleaning the day off a bungalow. I already platinum.
I wonder who said that.
I already platinumed this game, so just did the DLC. Overall, the Alice one was my favourite, with the Warhammer 40k one being the most tiring and just being unnecessarily complex, with all of its mini components needing to be cleaned. I can't wait for the 2025 roadmap for this game, if there is one. Outer Worlds, somehow they made the DLC better than the base game in my opinion, and overall it's an incredible game. Very excited for Outer Worlds too. This is unbelievable, this Tim.
Nice.
Yeah. What a month, by the way, bud. Love to see it. And I'm absolutely going to add a little goat emoji on there, because the GOAT! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT! That's why he's MVP!
And we're on to Bartek. I had to think there, even though I know. I don't know why I had to think.
Brain's not brainy.
No. Happy New Year, everyone. Well, I had a small burnout in December, and on top of that, Christmas holidays in Poland with my lovely family. Still got a few gems in my collection, and can't wait to be back and start the grind once again. So Death Note, PS4 and 5. It was really fun boosting it with my boost crew, really easy trophy list and quick to plat, 22 hours for both versions. Concrete Genie 100%, my friend did the VR trophies for me. Thanks Finn for your help, he is not in our group here. A hat in time, 100%, finally finished the Death Wish challenges. I'm really happy to be done with that game. Minecraft 100%, easy peasy, 1 trophy added to the list.
Scroll me.
Metal Hellsinger 4 and 5, I had so much fun that I did it twice, don't blame me. And clutching this year with the best genre ever existed, Lego games. Lego Marvel Superheroes, finally finished the trilogy, great as always. Well, I can spoiler my next Lego game will be an ultra rare. Anyway, that's my month, see you soon, happy hunting.
Very nice, Bartek. Awesome sauce. I love that. So we've got Bossman up next. Happy 2025 everyone. Managed 2 platinums in the last month of 2024. We've got Chess Ultra. Overall it's not a hard plat. There's video solutions to 90% of it, and the other trophies you can use chess websites to give you the best possible moves each turn. The real hard part and what keeps it ultra rare is needing 32 accounts, so you can boost a 32-person tournament win. Huge shout out to Abs for hosting and organising the boost/plat. What the hell? Wow.
That's mental.
And then Platinum 167, we've got Epic Mickey 2, a fun kids platformer, all kinds of Disney characters, movie and show references. It's an easy game, you'll have to follow a walkthrough for the plat, as it's a missable nightmare trying to get the perfectionist run. Awesome. Very well done as always, love that. Some nice cheeky ultra rares, of course.
And we've got Jen. Hello and Happy New Year to all. This month I totaled 15 platinums. Oh my gosh. With most of them being chill games for badges and full house. Reached my 200 milestone with the Dead Rising Deluxe Remastered because I enjoyed the OG so much. I will list my favourites in order of most fun. Theatrhythm?
Theatrhythm, it's the Final Fantasy one, isn't it? With
yes.
The rhythm. Yeah.
I don't enjoy rhythm games, but this grew on me fast, with hundreds of Final Fantasy songs to play along to and over 100 characters to unlock and play with. It's a dream come true for Final Fantasy fans. Brought back some amazing memories. And it's not just a simple hit the right note kind of game. You have to level up over 50 characters to unlock different classes and skills to form the right team, to complete each quest for each song, and it's not one shoe fits all. One size fits all. Shoe fits all. Anyway, I love this game and I would love to eventually play it again on an alt.
Very nice.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. This platinum was a lot easier to achieve than the OG, but still very fun. With huge improvements to visuals and gameplay, I still have more love for the OG with more intense urgency for survival due to the more difficult time management. Astrobot. I guess I have to mention Astrobot. I may be a bit bitter still for it winning Game of the Year over FF Rebirth. I mean, I did have fun with it, and it did have a lot of heart. Seriously, whatever. Too many reasons why Rebirth is way more deserving among some other titles. It was fun, but not memorable. Fun for me. My favourite character was the Pink Bean from Fall Guys. First plat for me was Deliver Mars. Puzzles were easy, and walking sims are just too boring for me. Now, happy hunting, everyone.
Oh, Jane agrees with me. I'm there. Don't get enough of that.
Oh, what's them?
Yeah, there's a couple of smaller ones in there. It looks like, Jen, as I mentioned, I can see like hidden cats in there and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very nice month as always, that, Jen. Love it. So we've got Laku up next, Dark Souls Remastered, only missing Dark Souls 2 for all the FromSoft Souls plats. And then we've got the Platinum 100% in Minecraft. Second time doing all the trophies for Minecraft. Accidentally popped a trophy for the PS5 version when I played with my girlfriend during the holidays. Oh well, it was just as fun as last time. Very, very nicely done. Yeah, crazy. Love that though. Very, very well done.
You can round us off if this is the last one.
Is Dave the last one? We've got Mr.
Oh no, it's not
Stubbs
got an
next.
I'll do Dave.
You'll do what now?
You're doing Amy.
No, we can do Dave, he's nice. Bye, driver. Bye. Bus driver, isn't he? Bye.
Fairly chill month from me. Not had much motivation or time really. The lack of motivation unfortunately has continued to January so far. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged was a pretty chill game, nothing overly challenging, was fun to play alongside The Last of Us. The Plucky Squire, fun indie that I recommend everyone plays. Pinball Heroes, played the PS5 version in February since I paid to get premium back and I thought I might as well. Has a rerun feature if you fail. Some levels are a bit grindy for the high score, but it's easy enough. Currently play several titles but not interested at the moment. See if I find it towards the end of the month. Ciao for now, Happy New Year all.
Fantastic. And we're now rounding things off because Craig hasn't got back to us with Mr. Stubbs. So Craig likes to famously be the last one to read out, but I know he's been quite busy and not being able to get the post up when said we'd do the video. So because it's Craig, I think we'll do his December and January together. We'll let him do a double post because I love him so much. So finishing off with Mr. Stubbs, continuing with my difficulty challenge, we made a little progress. So Uncharted 2, 5 out of 10 difficulty. Really enjoying these games, looking forward to eventually finishing the series. The 6 out of 10 you've gone with Mafia. Love the game, that racing classic was very frustrating though. 2 hours of constant restarts. At least you did it properly. Josh didn't, cheesed it, like all of his games. 147 Batman Arkham City, which is very, very nice, 7 out of 10. Some tricky trophies like the free flow one, but overall not too bad. Got a bit of DLC to clean up still, but I will finish it eventually. The next 3 games will be the hardest achieved on my account. Fingers crossed I get the 8 out of 10 done for January. I'm very intrigued and I'm try that again. Losing my voice. Yeah, get the 8 out of 10. I'm really intrigued to see what you've chosen. I'm sure you're going to absolutely smash it, but yeah, I want to know what games you've got for 8, 9 and 10. Congrats to everyone on their plats last month, which concludes the collection.
Nice.
Very, very good. Everyone's absolutely killed it. We'll do what we said we were going to do last month. So when we decide monthly champion, because it's right at the end of the month, we will do January's a lot sooner, and then 2 people will just hold the title until the end of what month is it? Oh my word! Yeah, 2 people will hold it till the end of February, and then hopefully we'll get back to just being as normal. But yeah, everyone's absolutely killed it. There's a few of you really, really stood out there. So me and Becky will go through with them and decide who will be champion.
A great start to the year.
Without giving anything away, has anyone caught your eye?
I think so, but now I can't remember who it was.
No, I think I've got an idea. I think there's a couple of people.
Yeah.
I think I've got an idea. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, we are on the road to 1k, so please drop a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It honestly helps the channel out so much. And yeah, whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe and keep on keeping on.